All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Indianapolis Colts. Here's the punter, Rigoberto Sanchez, on to get us started. And in front of a raucous crowd, this one is underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
At their own 22-yard line.
Go.
Waiting.
58, Mike.
I'm coming.
Rush in. Rush in.
And now movement here right away. Maybe a sign of things to come with this crowd. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Slam.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And a nice run to get him past the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 now.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
From the 24, Wentz. Man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Check 37. Check 37.
A carry for the nearby collegiate star, Indiana's Jordan Howard. And Howard stopped short. He didn't get there. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready. 52. Pittsburgh. 52. Hey,
Check 50.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. King. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
We got him.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over.
Touch. 120.
Man.
57. 57.
Check three.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Here we go. 180.
You better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
Other side, solid.
Right over there. Yeah. Right, 58.
From midfield, here's Wentz. Open man is Arcega-Whiteside. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
19 yards. First down, Philadelphia.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Black, come on. Switch out.
Out of the gun, this is Howard. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Come on, baby.
So that
Let's
flag
go.
will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
You're not ready.
Wentz now to throw. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert there to make the grab. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Let's go, fellas.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
To throw on second down, Daniels. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Let's go.
From the gun on third down, Daniels. And he's got his man Hilton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a first and 10 at the 46. Back to throw. Daniels being chased out left. Complete to Hilton. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Mike, 57.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the
22, jet bomber. 22, kid, bomber. Off.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
Right here, right here. 57's the mic. 57's the mic.
I'm coming for you.
On first down, Daniels. He goes right back the way of Hilton. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal.
Second and goal at the 2-yard line.
Check 50.
Second and 2.
52's the mic.
I know he
And
ain't
that
got
is
it.
caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. George Kittle there to make the grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. The extra point up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Where they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play.
It's second and 8. at the 50-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
Running with Howard.
Shift.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. 7-7, our score after 1.
Here we go, back man.
Tackles.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And Robinson with a big catch. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 32-yard line.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works a defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. His short throw caught by Goddard. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
25, check 25, check 25.
Sunday. Hey, kill it. Hey, 4, don't kill.
Check 93's the mic.
Move. Let's go, D.
Now a play fake. Wentz. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
81. Here, shift.
Go 58's the mic. Silver. 58, right over there. 58, right
Working from the gun, Wentz. And he's going to go down again. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max.
Accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 30, 10, 5. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Touchdown.
Nyheim Hines, 96 yards. And the Colts have taken the lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
The 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
Check. Check hot route. Hot.
Sunday.
Whip. Watch the whip.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw.
Let's get in there.
And his throw is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. On play action, it's Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Check, 93's the mic. 93's the mic.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 15. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Now their last 2 drives both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
A big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row.
Let's go, D.
He's coming. We got double up.
Check 4. Check. No. We got Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. Watch the curl. New Mike 52.
Let's go.
Watch the run.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Daniels. And the catch made by Hilton. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Now, let's go.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
This quarterback now a perfect 6 for 6 since taking over. Can't ask for better than that. 1st and 10.
Move. 52. Watch Mike.
Hey, we got
Operating from the gun. Daniels looking for Campbell down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Running from the gun with Howard.
Alert 3.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
14, 82, 14.
On play action, Wentz.
That's what I do.
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the...
Eat. Sheldon Richardson.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7.
You see me? They can't stop me out here.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Here's Jamie Gillendown. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 25-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy?
2nd and 5.
Give me some. Here we go.
He's got it to Hilton. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
36.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
In your face.
Off play action. Daniels. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
You better be ready. Be scared of it.
Mike 52, Mike 52.
Watch the curl.
Looking to throw. Daniels. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Pass.
Hey, 74.
58's the mic. 58's
Throwing on first is Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Switch.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's go, defense.
Throwing again. Daniels. Campbell making the catch. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. From the gun, Daniels. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter, because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Let's go.
To throw on 2nd down, Daniels. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space, because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
They run with Howard, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Here we go, Pac-Man. 280.
Let's go one more.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz going right side here, and that's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Bullet hot. Great 15. Great 15. Buzz. Buzz.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Let's go, baby.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Here's a 2nd and 7. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Hey. 4 down. 57. Mike, 57.
Hey, watch the slant. Zoom.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Daniels completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's Hines on a toss play. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. Looking to throw on second down. Daniels. Buying time, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
That's his second sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14.
Don't let him breathe, defense. 52's the Mike. Watch Mike. Here we go. He's checking. Crash.
Operating from the gun. Daniels. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 43. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. This has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. From the gun, Daniels. And he's got the hook up to Moore. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, Daniels. Looking deep for Adams. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Incomplete on the deep ball.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. He'll have a first down past the 40. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now Howard. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Easy work.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Pilot, 64.
2nd and 6. At the 37-yard line.
Wentz going to throw. That's complete to Robinson. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 23.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Wentz. This is caught by Robinson. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
2nd down and goal. Wentz. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
We got this.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st and 10, Daniels. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm coming back.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And now this is Hilton on the receiving end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Watch the ship. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Under 10, under 10, 10.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
4 down, 4 down.
To throw again, Daniels. Complete to Hilton. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people will call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Off the play fake, Daniels. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Fletcher Cox able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Back to throw. Daniels. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
To throw, it's Wentz. Looking left side, and it's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. Wentz now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Wentz now to throw. He finds Robinson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. On second down, it's Howard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go.
Watch the backer.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Wentz. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Tie game, 4th quarter. You're already in the red zone, well in field goal range. You can't throw a pick there.
And you know I want to give all the credit to the defenders, right? I mean, they made a play on the ball. But bottom line, you set up the situation perfectly. You've already got the field goal in the bag. You've got to make sure you take care of the football in that situation.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now the ball comes loose. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And in for the score. Are you kidding me? They return it, and they take the lead. So many times, tight games decided by one big play. And a lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. He'll look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end. And that'll bring up 2nd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Watch that, watch that, watch that.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Back to throw. Funches has it complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here, because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10.
42-yard line.
Like 52.
I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
Check, 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 check.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Brings up second and 12 at the 24-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
Hey, man up.
They go with Howard again. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Mike, 58, right there.
So we got man.
58, boys, 58.
Back to throw, Wentz. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 30 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
What we got?
On the handoff, this is Howard. And he's taken down inside the 30. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line.
So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, but now I'm listening to you. So for Philadelphia, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.